So I do want to start by reminding all of us, because I know it's so easy for me to forget this. Our children have different priorities than we do. My priority is to have everything clean. They have a totally different priority, and that's okay. Even though it's annoying to me, right? We want them to be clean. We want them to do all the things. They literally, and we think we might think sometimes they're just lazy or they're, I don't know,
Dirty, or they're
clueless, all of which
apathetic.
may be true. But in some ways, it's just simply that they have different priorities. They would rather, like my daughter, crochet or play with Legos or do any of those things. And that's okay because they are kids and they will learn as they get older. But that being said, as that little reminder, yes, there are things we can do to help them be cleaner and neater. Now, you said, Matt, something like, well, we can't do anything but take things away, but then that would be a punishment. In my mind or my approach, the natural consequences that I have used when it comes to helping my kids keep their space clean is the natural consequence that if they don't clean up, I clean up. And they don't like it when I clean up because then they can't find their stuff and they don't know what happened to it. And I threw things away because it broken or it was this or it was dirty or it was that. They don't like me to clean up their space because then they don't have control or know where it is or this or that. So I have told them many times, if you don't clean it up, I will. And
and
you know what
and
happens
and
when
then
I clean up.
so it's done super calm, right? It's
Yeah,
like
it's done. Like
so
they just
if
know
I
it's
have
an
to come in
expectation.
and clean for you, like, I'm gonna do it my way, and a lot of this stuff won't fit me, so I'm gonna probably throw it out, right? That's one approach, and again, it's not a punish.
Well, i- in a realistic way, because that sounds crazy, but like I will. I'll go through all their clothes. I'll be like, oh, this is too small. It's gone. And they're like, but I love that shirt. It's my favorite. Well, you should have taken care of it because I went through it and realized it was too small and I got rid of it. And my kids
This
know,
is
like, I have the get rid of box.
this is good because it's gonna be a different approach. So I would go in, I'm like, "Hey, guys, I'm busy. I'm running businesses. I got tons to do. So if I have to clean up your room, I'm literally taking a garbage bag in there. I'm gonna throw it all in the bag, and I'm like maybe put it in the attic or out in the garage or something. I won't throw it away, but like, see the consequences. Like, well, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna put it in a bag and set it over here.
That consequence there to me is directly connected to, and I've told this to my kids so many times. If you want to own things, you need to take care of them.
That's where I want to
And
be.
if you can't take care of them, then I've told them, you have too many things. If you can't keep track of this stuff, you have too much stuff. I need to remove it so you have enough stuff that's manageable for you to control and take care of. Now, we've lived this, and that's why I understand that it's a real principle. When we've had less stuff because we lived in our truck or we lived in an RV or we lived in a teeny little apartment or house, my kids, guess what? They could keep their rooms clean easily because they only owned a few things. So they know what that's actually like. And so it's not, to me, it's a natural consequence because they're like, oh, yeah, when we had less stuff, it was easier. Okay, either I need to take care of it or it does have to go because the
You're,
natural consequence of
yeah.
having too much stuff is
So it's like, oh, you have too much. You're not doing
chaos.
well managing all this. So let's go in together and you tell me what you don't want here. One of the most valuable things we can teach our kids is the cost and value of something, of a thing. So in this case, you're paying for the room, you're paying for the carpet, you're paying for the bed, all the stuff and things, the closet, the clothes, all those things. And one approach, here's another approach. We're just giving multiple examples. This is what I would do. I would go in there and like we're gonna put a dollar amount to everything. And be like, look what's just on your floor. Here's several $100s on the floor. Now, if you had to earn this, like you went and did this work and you got paid $7 an hour, you'd have to work, let's say 100 hours for the stuff you're just tossing on the floor because you didn't have to pay for it. And if it cost you 100 hours, you would be taking care of it. But since it was my money, you're just like, whatever. And so in that case, you we could walk into it. And what I would do with my kids, like, hey, there's a cost to this. And it was my time and effort, my money. And I want you to learn to value things. And if you value, you take care of it. So if you're not going to take care of it, then as a natural consequence, again, I'm not threatening, I'm not punishing. The natural consequence, you don't value the money and things I put in here. So in order for you to value it, I'm gonna take
Take
it
care of it.
and take care of it. And
And when
you
you are ready to use it,
either you're ready to use it and take care of it, or you just get it yourself. Like if you could care less about these things, then you go buy them and you do that with your money. You're not going to do it with my money. Again, it's the way it's delivered, it's the approach. I'm not punishing. It's like, hey, that represents my work and value. If you really don't care, you got to do that with your own time and money, not mine.
and this isn't something where, like, you get off this call and you storm up there and you're like, "That's it, I'm taking this stuff and I'm putting it away because you don't care." Like, I give them a heads up. I'll give them a notice. I'll tell them what's gonna happen. I'll be like, "Hey, guys, I've been talking about this room, right? And it's a disaster. Here's blah, 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 the reasons why you need to take care of your stuff. If you can't take care of your stuff because you have too much stuff, it feels overwhelming, you don't know where it all goes, I'm willing to help you with all of that. But if you still can't take care of it, then I think you have too much stuff. So, whatever you're not willing to take care of, leave it on the ground and I will come and pick it up and take it."
Yeah.
Like I tell my kids that all the time. If whatever you don't want anymore, leave it on the ground and I'll throw it away. Guess what? Everything they want, they pick up off the ground. But I'm not using it as a threat, though. I'm just literally saying, "Hey guys, there's too much stuff here. Anything you want, put it away. Anything you don't want, leave it on the ground, and I'll donate it. I'll get rid of it." And it's just a matter of factly, natural consequences. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's my donate day, so anything that's left, I'll donate. And again, it just is like, oh, okay, like I got to take care of this stuff. I have a warning, and then I do it though. And yes, that sometimes they're going to be upset about it. But I'm going to remain calm and just be like, "Hey, remember I told you?" In fact, this literally happened 2 days ago. We have a friend here for my 8-year-old daughter, and they've been playing nonstop Legos, and Legos were everywhere. Now, we also had a dog that just gave birth and is messy. And I was like, I need to clean up. So I gave them 2 days of warning. You need to pick up all the Legos and put them away. I'm going to clean up. Well, guess what? The day came and the Legos were still out. So I picked up the Legos and I put them away. And guess what they said? "You put them in the wrong place. You put Legos in here that weren't supposed to be in here." I said, "I know, but I gave you a warning. I told you I was going to pick up the Legos. And if I have to do it, I'm doing it my way. If you want it done a certain way, you need to do it yourself."
But it needs to be done.
And it was that simple. Nothing else was said. We went on. There was no punishments. But they know now, right? They're reminded that if I have to do it, it's going to be done in a way that they don't like. So, in this, to kind of summarize the scenario, I regularly go through and will clean my kids' rooms. Not because,
I want to point out it's rare, and most of our kids keep very tidy rooms
yeah,
on their own.
but that's because I would regularly go clean their room, and not because I don't want them to clean their rooms, but because I do a deeper job of cleaning and I'm going to clean out all the junk in the corners and all the stuff and the extra so that it's easier for them to maintain general cleanliness. But then they also know that's a natural consequence that, oh, mom's going to be cleaning my room at some point. I better keep my things nice because otherwise some of it's going to end up missing. Not out of spite, but just out of natural consequences.